Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, doing well. So this is going to be the Nasdaq 100 Index update. So we were having a buy opportunity on Nasdaq 100 Index, which is so far doing really good after the Fed rate decision. So let's look at the previous video analysis first, and then we're going to talk about what we can expect next from the Nasdaq 100 Index. Expecting a buy opportunity on the Nasdaq 100 Index. So we are within that trend, very strong trending move all the way up to that previous high. Yeah, so heading towards that previous all-time high. So the setup is just forming over there within this area. So back to that top, or possibly another leg higher all the way up to that previous high. All right. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, so there we can see that, right? So price is just simply correcting back to those moving averages. And in the previous video analysis, we were expecting it to correct back to the 1 hour time frame. So correction slightly gone bigger. And price right now, clearly we can see that it is holding those trending areas, trending place like that, like this previous one. All right. And we are expecting it to aggressively break out, continue up to that. So we may get a breakout entry during the after the Fed rate decision, or during the Fed rate decision, yeah, and continue to keep pushing more higher or all the way up to that high. So if you don't get a breakout and price slightly push for another leg lower, all right, and test that low or those moving averages, smooth moving average red line, yeah, still going to be a buy opportunity over there. So if I'm going to pull out, the US 30 unit, so we clearly can see that the US 30 industrial average rising, all right, and way ahead of the Nasdaq 100 index, right? So forming new high, broken above that top and ahead, and still pushing more higher, and highly likely that the US 30 going to continue to keep pushing more higher. And the reason why US 30 is pushing higher and the Nasdaq 100 index is not pushing higher, yeah, we are having earning data is being released on tech stocks, which has caused that to drop. And what investors are doing, they are going after the quality rather than the quantity, all right? So they're going after the US 30 and quality stuff, and rather than going after the quantity, yeah. So that's causing the US 30 to stay intact for more upside, and also Fed is a risky event, and investors are playing accordingly with the market. So setup is clearly over there on the Nasdaq 100 index, and you are looking for that breakout. And as long as US 30 keeps pushing more higher, yeah, so your buy opportunity gonna stay intact on Nasdaq 100 index. So that's why I said to you, so if you want to understand that setup, the setup which I'm talking about, go ahead and look at this. This is a 1 minute sample trade. You're gonna get the idea that how this trade can play out on the 4 hour time frame, which we are expecting to happen. So you're gonna get the idea what I'm talking about right now on this bigger 4 hour time frame. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, yeah, so we still can see there is a possibility for another leg lower. I don't see that, but in case if that happens, all right, like this, another leg lower, if it happens, okay, so new low or test that previous low, or this place, all right, bounce off and continue to keep pushing more higher. So if you caught that trade already, because we were expecting that to rise, all right, but I was expecting it to rise after hitting that 15,300, all right, but price didn't hit that 15,300, but it went up from after hitting the 15,400 or 380. So you are looking for the current trend to stay intact and price to just keep pushing more higher. Yeah, in that case, you are looking for a very, very strong breakout. So I wouldn't suggest you to chase that today, but you can look for that breakout during the Fed rate decision. Yeah, so obviously we got some time ahead of the Fed rate decision, all right? So we may not see exact formation over there. So that formation definitely going to change, all right? Either price going to break out, correct, and then go higher, or going to fall back to this previous low and going to test that low. So wouldn't suggest you to break out, to look for that breakout on 4 hour time frame. So you only can look for that breakout tomorrow during the Fed rate decision, yeah? So if that is going to be dovish high, yes, then you're looking for that to continue to keep pushing more higher all the way back to that high, or this area. Hopefully you got the idea, yeah? Thank you. Okay, so that was the previous video analysis, and Fed hiked interest rate with another 25 basis point. The equities are just simply, cheering that the idea that soft landing going to be over there. So we are, as said, just close to the previous high, and we still can see, this to tag that, the Nasdaq 100 index to tag that previous high. So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, and we clearly can see that the price held those areas for long, right? this area, or the moving average is held nicely, and price is just trending for upside, like I have just shown in the previous video analysis, that the price was, price was trying to hold those areas, like it held there, or like it held there, and pushing more higher. So what you are looking simply now, so you're supposed to be into the trade from the bottom, and you're looking to continue to keep pushing more higher. So yeah, so from this previous high, this previous top, we still may see another leg lower. Okay, right now on lower time frame, all right, so like 15 to 1 hour time frame, during the New York session, you're expecting this to break out on lower time frame. We'll talk about that and finish that move there, and possibly break out that previous high, very much similar like the S&P 500. So S&P 500 has just broken out that previous top, and US 32, so they are pushing more higher. So you are expecting this to catch up the S&P 500. Yeah, if we're not going to see breakout there, okay, and price is going to fall for another time within these areas, okay, so still going to be a buy opportunity over there for that flat formation. So this move shouldn't be a very aggressive to the downside. There is no reason at the moment that the sell-off going to be very aggressive from that top, because the trend is still intact, and we don't have any fundamental reasons which can drive the aggressive sell-off to the downside. Yeah, so it's supposed to be a corrective. This one more leg, if it comes, it's supposed to be a corrective. We are not looking that leg at the moment. We are just simply looking, this correction is done, trend is holding, and the price to just continue and finish that move. But in case if we see change of formation, like I'm showing flat formation, okay, still gonna be a buy opportunity within these moving averages. Yeah, so for that, but for this buy opportunity, this leg should be corrective. So we are talking about, which is not there yet. All right, so what is there? So you are looking that to just continue. So 15-minute time frame going to be a slightly more too lower. So 30-minute time frame, all right, so slightly getting bigger. Yeah, so it's just happening on a 15-minute time frame. So after the ECB rate decision, you're simply looking this to pop up and tag that top. So if I'm going to open the S&P 500 chart on my right side, there you're going to see that the S&P 500 has just broke out the highs. There you can see that. Yeah, okay, so if I'm gonna pull out the moving averages, even the trend is so strong on S&P 500 that the price never tested the moving averages on 4-hour time frame. So there we can see, if I'm gonna, this top, the top has just broken out. So if I'm gonna pull out the cross line, I'm gonna put over there, cross line has just clearly been violated. Okay, from that top, this top is just simply violated. All right, so we are well above that top, and S&P 500 is pushing higher and still got a room. Yeah, S&P 500 is also going for all-time high. We can see over there. By the way, we were expecting S&P 500 to go for all-time as well. So from these areas, it is going for all-time high, but we are still slightly, a bit away from that all-time high. So it's going for that all-time high. So as long as S&P 500 keeps pushing higher, our all-time high target will stay intact on Nasdaq 100 index. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, so what trade you are looking right now is just this trade, short-term trade, which for a time frame, which I was talking about, from these moving averages to just hit that target. And if we're gonna get a breakout, just extend that target for all-time high. Yeah, hope that makes sense, guys. So thank you. We'll see you back again in another setup. Until this is the formation. Yeah, until then, bye.